Welcome to the Captain's Report, where the fish are big, the stories are bigger, and nothing is off limits.
We've already talked about, we try to tell them, don't snatch the hook out of their brains.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
let them eat. What are some of the other bad habits that we see all the time?
My biggest challenges with experienced guys is just trying not to become negative. You know, because if they have a tendency to set the hook fast and they do this, like making it a
Are you
joke.
talking about you getting negative with them? Or
Me getting negative
with them? Get
because
frustrated?
like you start fun.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know I'm super corny. I'm corny as
All
I
right,
come.
Bill Dance, don't have to, you know.
Correct.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I'm like, look, Bill Dance.
Look.
If you don't slow down, you're not going to catch anything. And then they're like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
And then you just, it's corny. It's
Yeah.
a fun
About
game.
the fifth time, you're like, please stop jerking the rod.
Yeah.
But at some point, you're like, okay, like I've taken a shot at you. We've laughed on your behalf. And then at some point, it's like, dude,
Come on.
stop.
You're missing fish.
You are on a hot
Yes.
bite. You're missing it. And then like when they come over to you and they're just like, am I screwing this up?
Oh,
And you're just like,
see, I
Jesus.
downplay it. And I'll tell you one thing, especially when
Please
it comes to
don't ask me
inexperienced ones,
questions.
I will keep on going. See, even on the ride home, I was like, man, we could have had a lot of fish today. But you know what I mean? Like, whew, I wonder how many we missed, you know? You know, it's like, you know, you mess around with them and still be joshing and funny. And hopefully that if they do, when they do come back, you know, they listen a little bit
Right,
next time.
right.
Well, I mean, is there any hook sets?
I've had some guys that show up. Hey man, I'm super experienced. Okay, all right, and this happened with a well-known public figure
Okay.
from an
Florida?
area that I grew up in.
Yeah. Okay.
Call on me.
Do what?
Is this like Jeopardy?
No,
Okay, I
we're
was
keeping
gonna
this.
say who it is, but I
We're
can't say.
keeping this hush.
little-
He shows up. We go to fish, and he's like, man, yeah, I've fished here, I've caught this, I've caught that, and I was like, man, that's awesome. Like, I'm happy for you, that you've gotten to travel and fish, but this is going to be a little different. Like, this is slow or
Yeah.
flounder fishing.
Yep.
You've got to work at this. And we get to the first spot. We take, I don't know, maybe 5 casts and hadn't caught a fish. And he said, hey, man, I think it's time to move. And I was like, I thought he was joking. And I was like, buddy, we just got here. Like, you know.
Gotta be patient, man.
And I kind of brushed it off. And we take a couple more casts and hadn't got a bite yet. And maybe 10 minutes has passed.
I
And
know
he's
where
like,
you're- I
hey,
know where
man.
you're getting at with this. Yeah, that's definitely one where the quote unquote experience is like, hey, shouldn't we be doing this? Or hey, shouldn't we
Yeah.
be doing that? Or when they start trying to give you,
Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
you what.
The charters that have been with you enough, they're like, that's the only frustrating part I get with charters. It's like,
Yeah, when they start trying to tell you how to run the boat.
yeah, like
yeah.
guys that's been with me for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And the thing is I enjoy explaining, you know, that we call this the certain hole. We call this that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they learn the terminology and then they get on the boat and it's like, you know, when you got NFL teams who are worth billions of dollars who are playing on Sunday to try to go to the Super Bowl, and yet you can't even coach your kid's football team, but yet you could stay on your living room couch and scream at the TV.
Just
Why
treat
didn't
the
you
plays
run
out.
the ball?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Why didn't you? You become a you know,
Armchair captain.
armchair
yeah,
captain.
Yeah.
And these guys get on the boat and they're like, hey, I want to go to the
That's-
J hole.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well,
it's
we
dead
haven't-
high tide on
yeah.
the northeast
Yeah.
wind.
Wind's
And we
not
have
right.
it in
Yeah.
the, you know,
This
caught
does-
fish in that, you know, the
But
J-hole
you know
of
what
the
I mean?
week.
I've
Yeah.
got guys that 7-8 years has been with me, and he's like, you know, last year we went to the Cabana and
This is
we
a
just
whole different year,
waxed
buddy.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, and then,
Yeah, that's probably the
And they're
worst.
not going to be happy
arm-
until you take them there.
and that's the
So,
problem.
Yeah.
I take
You
them
know.
to the spot that they call, and then I become a puppet to their game. And then when we strike out, they get to the dock, and I'm like, well, you know, we had a good time a couple years ago. We struck out. I just want to look at them and be like, everything I had planned, you altered.
You vetoed.
And maybe it's my fault because I shouldn't change my game plan based on what you want, but it's
That's
hard.
tough. That's tough when you're trying to make sure the customer's happy. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't look them dead in the
Yeah.
face and be like, "No, we're not going there."
Yeah.
Then you're off to a bad stigma.
So that's I definitely think that here is the game of pros and cons versus your experienced
versus
clients,
experience,
because
yeah.
they have this history of knowing, well, man, we did good here.
we did this there.
Blah blah blah. Without, they don't know the conditions. They don't know you're sitting there looking at wind, temperature,
Or
moon
what you
phase.
caught last week, or where the bait's at. Or all
yeah,
that kind of stuff, so.
and that is a stigma to the experienced clients. But touching back on what we've talked about, that same, if you have the right experienced client,
Makes
that's
all the
like, hey
difference in the
man,
world. Well, it pushes
we got
you-
faith in you.
It pushes you to be better and stay on edge on your game for those clients that shoot for the PBs. But then we still get to enjoy those that haven't done this before and get to experience, teaching
Yeah.
all over again.
Yeah.
So I'm glad and I'm happy that we have a good mix of both. And I'm sure we all have
Absolutely.
we have our own, clients that come to us over and over again. But I love the influx of new people,
Mm-hmm.
especially the kids when it comes to teaching them, like, hey, fishing's awesome. Let's turn you from the inexperienced to the experienced,
Right.
so then you can come back and
And,
we can work on PBs.
And I'll touch on that, obviously, Robert. I'll lean to you. Once you've had children,
Oh yeah,
the encouragement
the
to
patience.
show a kid
the patience.
something.
Yeah.
Well, it's the patience, but
Yeah,
like,
and I see this with some captains versus other captains. I guess before I had kids, I loved having kids on the boat. Maybe that makes me why I wanted to have kids in ways. But no, I know where you're going with this
Yeah.
as far as how that goes with the.
but as a father,
It
like,
makes it
and
that
Jack
much-
can chime in on
that
this.
much
I mean,
more
as a
desirable.
father, like, once you've had a kid, and you get another kid on the boat, and his dad's like, I've never fished, I have no clue what I'm doing, and you're kind of like,
you get to fill that.
you get to fill that void.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, if I can get him a couple good fish,
Game over.
That's it.
Day is made.
and I'll be honest, I've been doing this a long time, and I'm not here to.
It's still good every single.
I have gotten.
every
I
single
will
time.
tell you a quick story, and it's just a selfish story. But I got a text this week, and I have a client. I took their 6-year-old child out fishing. Look at all the big fillets of mahi going by.
We got
There's
for those
more
listening.
coming.
We got dolphin are running right
Look
now.
at that,
We got
mahi.
running down the dock.
But back to the story. I mean, just a simple, cheesy. I've been doing this a long time. Guy texts me and goes, "We had the best fishing experience ever. My 6-year-old child caught 2 or 3 of his first ever fish. The picture we took at the dock. We don't know the influence that we have of people. You have no idea. They took a picture." Went to Michael's, I think they told me. They blew it up. This picture has been sitting over their fireplace for 13 years.
And it's got you in it.
I'm not in it.
Oh no.
No, this is just,
Just
family
their family fishing
fish,
picture. But that's something that
know.
you created for them.
there's no logo in it. There's
Yeah.
no branding.
Yeah.
All they know.
Now,
He sent me a text this week and goes, "Here's my son, 20 years old, in college. Dude's like 6'3". I'm like, don't put him on the boat because I'm going to look like a midget." The text said, "We've been staring at the same photo for 13 years. We're coming back to Myrtle Beach in July. We need a new photo. Are you in?"
nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like 13 years.
Yeah. I was humbled by that one not too long ago.
But you know what I
either.
mean? Like that's the thing.
taking the picture with the captain.
Yeah.
The 6 years versus the first year. Versus, oh yeah, that's cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, each one has its ups and downs.
Absolutely.
Experience versus inexperienced.
Correct.
And I guess every day can be a new experience.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, experienced and inexperienced, I think we all can agree that the goal is to make the client happy,
That's it.
or go down swinging. And
Yeah.
and if
Caleb
they see you
says,
try, whether you win or not, they see you try.
Give 110%.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what separates. I consider myself a good captain, not a great captain, but that is what you see. Time tells the people who care.
Yeah.
And I'm not bashing anybody, but there's captains out there. They've got their license. They could care less.
Yeah.
They're out there to earn a paycheck.
And
This
go
is
home.
this is my living.
Yeah.
Like the guys that care, you may win, lose, or draw, but
They're the ones that last.
they're. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
short films run out. You know,
Yeah.
legends live forever.
well,
So,
if you take two sides, you take two sides of that coin too. You know, if those that appreciate that, you know, experience that they can give, and they give a good experience, will continue their legacy because they enjoy what they do.
Right.
That's why I enjoy what
Right,
I do.
right.
Very, very much. So,
Because
I've said it for years. I said the day I wake up and regret going to work, I'll quit because there's 40,000 other ways I can make money. My wife sure as hell thinks that I can make a lot more money doing other things, and she expects $1 million house on a flounder budget. But I will be the first one to tell you, if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're wasting your own life.
Yeah.
thanks for watching, guys. If you like this clip, make sure to like and subscribe and check out our full episodes. Link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Tight lines, and we'll see you on the water.